matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin on the... And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. In motion left goes a tight end. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, and he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. They go with Jacobs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge. The head coach, he made the decision to go for it. To me, it was a good decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Carr.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Down to about the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Madubuike. And it'll record his 5th sack of the season. That's going to be home 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Slant to Adams. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now it's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside.
Finding room in midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try to keep it healthy.
I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Ravens have got it.
So problems compound. Here on the return, they just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Jackson on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Carl try it again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
So many things going to making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
One down.
Here we go on 4th down. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. A slant route caught by Bateman. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker now to add the point after. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Offense set to get this drive started.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Carr. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The tight end in motion right. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll send a tight end in motion right. A give. Dobbins trying the right side to about the 26 here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens extend their lead yet again.
Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we can fill in the second half.
There's still another half.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now Carr again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points in the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Carr now to throw. Touchdown Raiders. Nelson Aguilar from 6 yards away. And the Raiders are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the 1st half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now after the INT, it's Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Carr now on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. To throw is Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. They'll run with Dobbins. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Damn, Turner.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback. But maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day,
They're trying.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, this is blocked. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
From the 35 on second down, Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. To try again after the sack. Jackson finds his man over the middle. It's likely. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's...
And now here's another interception. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll send a receiver in motion left. After the interception, here's Jackson. They'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Carr.
He's got Renfro on the out route. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
43 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Justin Madubuike picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid, all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs.
Nobody bet against Ravens.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And my goodness, another interception. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Jackson on first down. Complete to Likely on the out route. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36, Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. We've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Bateman going to get it now on the jet sweep. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. kick it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Well, they try to catch him with some hands. I think they're going to let a pump pass on third down, but no luck.
Right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jackson on first down. And it'll be intercepted. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
Loudly crying face.
Side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, and to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
And that will get out of bounds, so that's definitely going to put a major crimp in any comeback plans they may have had. Throwing Jones. He hits Adams, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Jones sliding out of the pocket. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Carlson now to add the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, Oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Dobbins trying the left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. In motion left goes a tight end. Now Dobbins again on second down. And some space here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he finds some open field here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. 20, 10. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it.
And this is going to be intercepted. And
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And now here's another interception. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One final try now for Carr. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end. And really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were. And how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team. And their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for the Ravens, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll have another